relationships. And so what we're going to talk specifically about is Facebook. When you're trying to learn multiple different platforms, that's insanity. You want to try to master one platform and really try to do that well. And so why are we talking about Facebook? Well, there are over 2 billion people around the world hanging out on Facebook every day. 2 billion. They're doing an average of 20 minutes a day. There's 2.75 million pieces of content being used on Facebook. Like, this is crazy. So it's a great place to hang out. It's kind of where all the cool cats are. And here's the really cool thing. When we're hanging out on Facebook, my tribe, the people that I'm kind of looking for, might be very, very different than the people that you're looking for. And so that's why we want to be able to help you guys figure out how to just attract the people that you really want to lock arms with, that you want to get to know. It's a tool and a platform to build relationships. You guys, I'm serious when I say I have met one of my best friends now. We were connected through social media. We were connected by somebody else through social media. We started to build a relationship through social media, and then we met in person after that. And we're so thankful for this. And so that's really where the end goal is, right? We want to connect, build relationships, and utilize this to build our business and to do it well. And guys, I've been doing this I've been on social media, Facebook will tell you, since 2006, but I've been using it intentionally for just the last couple of years. And it takes time to really build a following and to build, that presence. So don't think that it's going to just happen overnight. And so I think one of the big things that we really want to focus on just tonight and keep it really simple is our profile. Because the first thing that people are going to do when they are looking you up, they're going to look for your profile. They're going to click on your social media account. They're going to see, what is your face? They're going to be, I have a few notes here. So, they're going to be checking out who you are. What are you doing? What groups are you in? I mean, guys, I think that I want to take a step back even. If your Facebook profile is so tightly locked down and yet you're trying to make connections on Facebook, you might need to go into your settings and change a few things. And I can visually show you just a few steps, but you want to open it up enough for people to at least see if that is what your goal is on social media. People need to be able to click on you and look at you and decide if they want to be friends with you. And so you want to have that open enough to be able to do that. I have mine personally, my profile is public. And so I've made that decision that, I do some family things and I do, I do a lot of different sharing on there, and it's public. So anybody can either be my friend or they can follow me. And that's another thing that I want to add, you guys, to have when we're in this beautiful company of LifeVantage, and there are just tons and tons and tons of passionate biohackers. If you find somebody that you really, really like what they're doing on social media and you've been drawn to them and want to learn from them, if they have a public profile, you can click follow. If you're in the same company, that was one tip I learned from GoPro last year when I went learning from the social media professionals, because I was just adding a lot of people in my company and I wasn't really thinking about it. But what's really important is we don't want to just mass add all of LifeVantage into our friends. Does that make sense? Because that's all we're going to see and that's all we're going to add value to. And we love everybody and we want to do that, but you want to intentionally build relationships outside of LifeVantage. And so that's where you want to be doing your friend requests. And so that follow option, oh, I love it. I'm seeing people following me right now. That's so cool. That follow option is so cool to be able to do that and learn from one another. And then you can message people. I have had probably hundreds of LifeVantage, and I know y'all are in LifeVantage because I see it plastered all over your profile. I've had hundreds of people add me and I don't know them because they've never reached out to me. They've never messaged me. They've never said, hey, I love what I learned from you at this. I'd like to be your friend. You guys, I am more than I would love to be everybody's friends, but I want to know you. And so if you're doing the same thing to other people, that's something else that I just really want you to think about. So that's just face value. What is the first thing that people think and see when you're adding them, when you're, trying to communicate with them, all that kind of stuff. Okay.
So Amy, can I interrupt super quick? Sorry
Yep.
to take you off.
Yep.
So everybody listening, taking notes on this. A couple things really important, because I know like public profile might seem weird. Like, well, what does that mean? How do I go change my settings? And maybe even when you're in your phone, Amy, you can kind of show them. But on Facebook, if you go up, it depends if you're on your computer or on your phone, you go into your personal settings and it will either say private, I think it's, I don't even remember now, private, are you going there now? But public, if you want anybody to go there to follow you, for people to be able to share your messages as well. If people will say, oh, here we go. People will say, how can I share this from your page? Well, if you don't have your settings put up as public, they can't share it. So have your, unless you want to keep everything super private, have your profile page put up as public. So Amy's going into her Facebook right there.
So you guys, I do everything from my phone. So when I was teaching this tonight, I'm like, oh, do it on my laptop would be foreign to me. And so I am doing this in the cell phone, iPhone format. And that's just how I know things. So if you are looking at your homepage, in the bottom right corner, you're going to see 3 bars. I clicked on those 3 bars, and that's going to bring me to all these the menu option. Woo, pretty cool. And in that menu option, I can scroll down and I can go settings and privacy. And then I can click on settings. Okay. And that's where I can really get in and toggle different privacy settings.
Yes.
So privacy settings, man, there's just so many options in here, but take that time and just click through there. And you can check who can see my future posts. Well, I have it set as public. And then
under your activity.
Yep. Under my activity. And then there's also really great things like timeline and tagging. When you really start to learn the skills of the posts that you want and what you want people to see, you can have it so that when people tag you in something, you have to be able to approve it to be on your timeline. And so those are just some very simple toggles, and we can get into more detail on that later. Yeah. But that's kind of a really good place to start. If you want to build your Facebook, your social media presence on Facebook, then you need to have it at least open for other people to see it, right?
Yes, perfect. Thank you for showing that. I am such a visual learner. So I really appreciate that. Put in the comments, y'all, if you appreciate that. Give Amy some hearts here if you guys appreciate that. And then to Amy, the question came up, how do you know who's following you?
I will get notifications. So if I go into, wow, that's my friends list. Where did I do this? Oh, yeah, I'm going to get into that really quick here.
Okay, I'll let you go and then you can show that. Perfect.
Okay, awesome.
Thank you for sidetracking. Sorry to interrupt you. I just didn't want to forget that. And while we were on it, and kind of a step 1, right, for if you want your Facebook to be shown.
Absolutely. And I want you to, this is tag team effort here, girlfriend.
All right, perfect.
So after you just know, this is a place where your goal is to project, connect, and build long-term business relationships. And for me, it even goes another layer deep. I genuinely want to have real, authentic relationships with people through Facebook. And I just think that this is an amazing platform when it is used the way that it can be used. And I've also just used it to be part of my ministry. And so I think that it just can be an amazing tool when used correctly. So tonight I'm going to just walk you through a few really important things that you need to know, because like I said, if people are going to be looking at your Facebook profile, what do we want them to see? The profile picture is huge, you guys. And I don't know if you guys can see my face anymore because
we can. We can't see your face, but we can see your Facebook profile page.
Okay, good. Which is my face.
True story.
Yes, and you guys, I haven't changed my profile in a while. It's probably been over a year now. And because I think this one it really represents me well. It's kind of warm and cozy and yet still professional. And you guys do not have a Facebook profile picture. That needs to be you. It cannot be a cat. It cannot be a dog or your children, or it can't be, just something askew. Like, it has to be you so that people know and recognize your face. And you guys, if you want to go have fun with it, go grab a business partner of yours and go take some great pictures together and get a nice close up so people can see who you are. And I will tell you, I will not friend anybody that, one, doesn't have a Facebook profile picture, or two, I can't tell what their face looks like based on, what their name is. Is this the real person? Who's adding me? And so that is the first thing that I look for. And then it's important that you take a look at your, oh goodness, what is that called, guys?
Cover photo?
Your cover photo. Your cover photo is important as well. And here's what a really good pro tip: have it be something that you are very passionate about and not necessarily branding your business. You want to brand you. You want people to see what is it that you really want to show. And for me, it's my family. And so I actually did just update this recently, and I had a whole bunch of people like it, because as soon as you update your cover photo or anything like that in your profile, it pops up and people see it again. Even though we took this picture earlier this summer, it was popping up again in people's feeds, and it was really neat to see that, because I have new friends now that didn't see that photo before. So I did just recently update that cover photo. And yeah, I really want to encourage you, not to just blast LifeVantage. Use that to just really show people who you are and what you love. And you can click this up the top, in the top right corner, there's a little person with it's like the edit symbol, I'd say, the marker. And that's where you can edit your profile picture. You can edit your cover photo. And just by clicking on that, it will go into your phone photos. And you can mess around with that and have some fun. Then it has your bio. And the bio, it just is short and sweet. And I try to put it in order of, what I'm doing. Child of God, I'm a wife, I'm a mom, an entrepreneur, and I love this life. That's just very short and concise. I haven't felt the need to change that in a while either. It's just, I think that when people see that, they kind of get a gist of what I do. But I'm not saying I'm a LifeVantage distributor, not blasting that out. I think it's really important, and I've learned this lesson from all of my trial and error. Guys, I was terrible before I was even decent. And people would come to me as I'd be trying to share things with them, and they say, "Oh yeah, I saw what company you were from your profile. I don't want any of that stuff. I don't want it." They'll Google it. They will literally go Google it. They will go try to become professionals in it, thinking they know what it is. And y'all know that Google lies about what this is. And so you want to be the one that's really delivering that information. So I would just really encourage you, especially if you're just starting out, not to blast the brand or anything across your Facebook. Really just be authentically you, and that there's a fine balance of being authentically you, and just blast. Somebody could know you and love you for who you are, and then you join this company, and the next day all it is LifeVantage and biohacking and this activator and that pathway and all that stuff, and they're like, whoa, what cult did they join? So just be careful with that. And you'll kind of find an ebb and flow with that as well. And then in your details, you can decide if you, I specifically want people to know that I was in behavioral health, that I worked at a hospital, that I studied psychology. I wanted people, because I'm talking to a lot of people in those fields. And so it's nice to have those details in there. And you can, again, go click the edit, and Facebook makes it pretty simple to help you go through all that. And because I'm just my personal decision, I took off my current city and my hometown, just because I am doing a global business now, and I just, and I have a lot of pictures of my family, so I just don't post that all the time either. But so I don't have my current city up there. I hope that's helpful for people.
Yeah, you guys keep putting things in the comment, things that are helpful, things you've got questions on. And Amy is just, you guys, on her, right? You're just on your profile page. So if they're wondering, how in the world do I go in and edit? Could you maybe even show them that as well, Amy?
Yep. So when you log into Facebook first, once you're in Facebook, this is my home screen, right? I'm going to click on my picture in the top left, just on my picture. And that takes me to my home screen. Okay. So you can see what my profile page looks like. And then in the top right, there's that little body with the pen. I wish I could circle it, but I don't have that new phone yet that could probably do that. Click on that, and then it's editing profile. And I can go through and I can edit bit by bit. If you're doing this on your laptop, Facebook makes it even more simple. It's like, let's do this, and then next edit that, and then let's touch up this part. Like, it literally takes you step by step through that process. So the next area that people see, you're going to want some featured photos. I actually really love this because you can really get a glimpse of just different facets of this person that you're connecting with, right? And what do they like? What are some things that they do? And I guess I just have a bunch of family. I have Be the Light because I think that that's something that I'm always striving to do. I have a power pose because Lord knows I need to be reminded to do that more often. And just those kind of things. So I think that I want people, when they see this, to think, oh, warm, friendly, loves life, family, whatever, and just positive. I want to always be positive for people. And you can edit more on there. So I'm going to go back to just my home screen, and that's what people see, right? That's what they see when they're scrolling in, and then they're going to be like, ooh, they're friends. And what Facebook will do, that's another thing, you guys. Oh, I actually have my friends list hidden. And that can be another discussion for another time, but you don't need to do that now, but right now I have my friends list hidden. So people can't necessarily see who my friends are unless we're mutual friends already. So that's just a little tidbit of information. And then people are going to keep scrolling. They're like, okay, well, what does she post about? Because everybody wants to know you need to go check your Facebook profile right now and scroll back at least 2 weeks. Guys, I have had new friends that I've been talking to and connecting to scroll back up to a year or more and comment and like on things. So
yes, that is real.
It's real.
People are watching, you guys. They're really watching. So definitely make sure to go back tonight and look at your Facebook profile page and kind of see the things that are out there.
Absolutely. Yes. I mean, I even got a phone call about this post today. So people are watching. And I did approve. And this one, my husband posted this and tagged me in it. And I had to decide, do I want to post this or not? And because I have that set up that I need to approve people's requests. And so, yes, I posted this today. And if people are going to scroll, they're going to see, okay, there's a testimony. And then they're going to see, this is a little bit of positive and my scripture reading. Here's my updated profile or background
cover photo.
Wow. Thank you. Somebody's on NAD and somebody is not. Then you're going to see like a more science post. Oh my goodness, there's like somebody getting old. What is that? And so as you're scrolling, you're going to notice, okay, guys, I'm trying really hard not to post a lot of science, quote, 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 right? I'm doing things that my heart feels really compelled to share, but that will also, I'm thinking of a specific person. I love this picture, guys.
So precious.
So anyway, if you were to scroll through, I'm thinking of a very specific person every time I post that I would love to speak to. And think of those people and just what their interests are. Like I said, again, if you're connecting with people on Facebook, you need to be authentically you. And I want to show you a few other profiles of people who are genuinely being authentically themselves and consistently showing up and being awesome.
Yes.
This is Gail Mitchell.
Yes.
She's
Look
at
that profile.
Oh, look at, so you see what I was talking about. You see her amazing profile picture. I know right away, oh, that's Gail. Like that, look at that beautiful smile. Look at that look in her eye. Oh, I just know that look. And then you see her flowers and just that is something, her garden, like that's something that she loves. And then the description of herself, a child of God, a wife, a grandma, an entrepreneur, helping others discover their true potential. Oh, I want to know, Gail.
Yes.
Not like cheesy. It's like, if you start getting requests and these people are like all hype, you'll know it right away. Your flags will go up. This gal is real. And I just love, like, I can see, oh, I got some mutual friends with her. I love her photos. And then I start scrolling through her Facebook and I just get it's so positive. And she is really, she is doing the daily method of operation with her background or with her posts. And if you guys, I really encourage everybody who wants to start posting to just go into the onepersonbigdifference.com social media section and print out the DMOs and just do them. Because that's, if you ask Gail, what are you doing, Gail? She's going to tell you that's what I'm doing. And so Gail is one person that has really stuck out to me that I just appreciate her Facebook presence. And then this gal here, oh my goodness, she's amazing. Jillian Fisher.
Yes, another one.
She's somebody who is definitely going to be doing some trainings because her social media game is on fire. She is, look at this. Like I said, there's a picture of her big smiling, beautiful face, not big face, her big smile and beautiful face. And then her picture of her family in the background. Oh my goodness. And representing the country, like they live in the country. Oh, talks about who she is. Guys, you see how this is kind of consistent? Look at what she did with her photos. I love that. I think that's so cool.
And those, again, you guys, those are featured photos. So you can go through, your photos that are on Facebook that have been there. You can go through your old photo, this and that, and you can pull out the favorites that completely represent you. Like I've got some of, my mom and I when I was a little girl. Then I've got, one with Tony Robbins because that is a huge part of it. So just, you can put whatever that is special to your soul there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. And look at, there's beautiful Michelle right there. But yes, you guys, it's just when I'm looking at her profile, I'm not seeing science. I'm not seeing biohack your body. I'm not seeing that, but I'm seeing some really interesting things and I'm learning about her. Right? Okay. I hope that was helpful. I want to show you one more. And this person is just somebody that I personally, have really learned a ton from. And we need a male perspective because this guy is so legit. And you guys, you have to understand when I've been doing this for a few years and connecting with all these entrepreneurs on social media, trying to help everybody change their life, right? Goodness gracious, they're a dime a dozen. And then you find somebody who's doing this authentically real and like you want to look at their page. You want to learn from them. You want to, that's what Tim does when he shows up and Sarah, and they're just an amazing team. And I really appreciate their social media presence. And, again, you see he's speaking, a little tidbit, this cover photo, they're hiding in there. And you can actually edit that when you put the cover photo in so that your faces aren't hiding. You can drag the photo.
And Tim is an elite distributor, you guys, with the company. And you can go in and follow him as well if you would like.
Yep. And then so it says President of Magnetic Marketing. What is that? I can click on that and learn about it. You can click on, if people have links, you can click and be like, what is that? Or if I don't know, what is it? You can message people like, hey, what's magnetic marketing? I'd love to know. And you can ask. So here's Grow with Tim is his Instagram. I don't even have that up on mine yet, guys. We're not talking about Instagram yet, but he's a rock star on it. If you find yourself following people there, and then you can see more about him as well. And you can just really snoop, but look at those pictures. So cool. Oh, and then, yeah, again, his story. This guy is an elite distributor in LifeVantage. Do you see LifeVantage blasted everywhere? I hope that this is sinking in because, oof, look at that. I'm looking. I don't see anything about LifeVantage.
And it's not that it's like, they'll do, like they did a business thing up there, like they're speaking for the company.
Yeah.
So people are like, well, what kind of company are they with? What are they doing? What are they getting excited about? And they'll post health things and, NAD is coming out. So having more of those curiosity things is definitely a big.
Yep, absolutely. So I hope that was really helpful. Just as this is your time to really get in and just make your Facebook profile who do you want to be? Who do you want people to know you as? And as you're waiting, so I'm going to stop the screen share because I don't know if you just want to look at my random stuff.
We want to definitely see you. Thank you. Kyla asked, what is DMO? DMO is a daily method of operation. Thank you, Nancy, for putting that there. And we'll post some of that information if you haven't seen any of that yet. I'm just looking in to see if there's other questions that we didn't maybe get to in the meantime while you were switching over there. It's not pulling them all up on my computer, so I'll go back and look. But thank you, Amy. Profile, I'll let you keep talking, and I'm going to look to see if there's other questions.
It is okay to have a little bit of biohacker. I think that it's okay. I personally, I did it for a day, and I was like, that's not where I want to broadcast that, and that's okay.
Oh, the profile picture, the little, I had that as well for a little bit, but here's the thing that I noticed. So we all enjoy, commenting, we're all friends and we're hanging out with each other. But one thing that I noticed, if there was a post from somebody that said something beautiful about a product or, the business or something like that, then at the beginning, I saw a bunch of people with the same profile. And if they were commenting on, oh my gosh, I slept better last night. I'm so grateful for these products. Like if you just had a simple post just like that, you didn't say anything else. And then if you saw everybody with the same exact profile heading going down, they're gonna be like, oh, they're trying to promote their company. You know what I mean? And maybe not, maybe they're not. But I thought the same thing. I love that the company is always trying to give us the tools that we need to be the best that we can. But that was just something in my intuition, right? It might be right, it might be wrong. It's just something that I felt. And I think Amy had said something the other day is, as far as a post goes, she's like, I'm just doing it and this is how I'm going to do it. And I'm going to post it because this is what I'm feeling right now. I said, that is amazing. I actually haven't ever planned and done anything. Everything from me always comes, the spur of the moment. If something inspires me, I post it out there right away. Now, I'm not saying that that's right. I'm not saying it's wrong either, because there is the daily method of operation. But if you can put those things in there and hopefully that helps you, just always trust your intuition. And I know I was talking to Tanya recently too, and she was like, man, some days you're like, you are inspired and you know that you should go and do a Facebook Live about something. And then you're just like, oh, I'll just wait till tomorrow. Don't wait, because you're not as inspired the next day. It's not true in the moment. It's not authentic in the moment. It's not saying it's not true and authentic, but in the moment, your spirit, your energy is just different. Even if it's for like 2 seconds. I was driving and doing some random things, and I saw like Petco, and I'm like, I am totally going over to Petco and I'm going to get my dogs a treat. And that's so random of me to do. But I'm like, I'm going to go get them a treat. And that's going to bring me joy to give them a treat, something different that they don't ever get. And I felt like $1 million. I seriously was like, this feels so good. Super cheesy, right? But I grabbed my phone and I went, I don't remember what it was, but super quick, it's bringing me joy, let's see. And then I pushed live. I didn't think about what am I going to say. It was just like in the moment. I literally was like, oh my gosh, you guys, if you ever feel anything in the moment, here's what I just did. I saw Petco. I went over here. I'm going to do this. I'm doing it for my dogs, but it's bringing my heart joy. If you have something in life that you think in the moment, you're like, you know what? That's going to be a joy bringer. Go ahead and do it. Do it, do it, do it. And I was making fun of myself and whatever, but my heart was filled with joy. It wasn't long. People like the short and sweet ones. It wasn't long at all. And I couldn't believe the amount of comments that I got on that. And it was just my heart at the moment. So I know Facebook Lives, that's going to be a whole different training as well. But I know Facebook Lives can be scary too, because you know you're putting yourself out there and it's weird to be talking to these sometimes. But I'm telling you, do it. Do it in the moment. Share your heart. People feel you. They see you. They are, you know, they're attracted to you for so many reasons, and just stay true to yourself. So I went off on a tangent on that little Facebook deal there, but
it's so good.
Get with me.
I think that sometimes we get so caught up in logistics and we start to overthink it, or we're just blasting. We're just trying to be an ad. And that's not what Facebook about. Facebook is like I said, it can be an amazing tool to genuinely connect with people. And you get to decide what you're posting and how you want to attract people. I see some questions in there. If you're not into sharing your daily life or family, you know, then add value in some kind of way to the audience that you are connecting with. And we can talk about getting into groups later on and doing all those kind of things. You guys, you may see some great things on my Facebook, but the magic is happening in Messenger. It is happening not where you can see it. And we want to continue to have this conversation and guide you guys through that. But that it's all about the relationship. So I guess the big thing that I want to encourage you guys tonight, as we just talked about going, you know, click through your profile, what you want to put in there to make it look good and attractive. You don't have to be physically attractive if that's where you're worried about. Just be like, what do you want to do that is really about you? Because God made you perfect and beautiful and amazing in every way, and you want to be able to share that with people and add light to their day and add value to their life. And so what skills and great things do you have? And so go and click in, like I said, like check other people's stuff out too, and what are you attracted to, and then you can do that. So spend time, go in and just edit your Facebook profile, go through your feed and start deleting things that you think might not be, if it's not getting a lot of traction and there's a trend to that, okay, maybe that's not something that you want to be sharing every single day, and make sure that there's positive stuff in there too. And then I'm just going to encourage you to just kind of clean your profile up now, and then just start having conversations with people while we wait for the next training. I think that that's the best advice I can give you after this. I don't know, Michelle, anything else?
Yeah, I so agree. We wanted to be sure to keep tonight's training very simple, not overwhelming, because there can be so many tips and tricks and this and that. And it's just great to say, okay, I can focus on this tonight. So how do you all feel about going in and checking on your Facebook profile tonight, and going in and checking your picture, checking your cover picture, checking the about you, you know, and perfectly describe who you are. And again, who do you want to attract into your business, right? I mean, it's a real deal, and it's really incredible when you put that out there. I'm telling you, it comes. And Carrie Dickey always said, you know, and you've seen it everywhere, your vibe attracts your tribe. So whatever you're putting out, you're going to get back in, you know. And then check and see if you want your site public, you know, do that. You can go ahead and go follow the people that Amy brought up tonight, Gail and Amy and Jolynn and Tim, incredible people. You know, put in the comments here if there's anybody else that you love to follow and different things, because you learn. I also encourage you guys, and this will be another training as well later, but there's this thing called Facebook Stories that Amy and Jillian are just, again, queens of. And that, again, is a whole different deal. But as you're getting used to this tonight, you can kind of play, if you're laying in bed, just like, what is the stories? Maybe you can show them real quick where the stories are so they can just see it. And clean up the profile tonight. And then we are going to, if you guys want, let us know, because we want to come here for you guys and add value to you. We want to help you as NAD is coming out, as these products, as we grow, because I feel it in my soul of what's happening with LifeVantage. It's absolutely crazy. We want you to be able to be equipped with social media, with, you know, these little pieces that are so important to make a difference. So let us know, do you want more of these trainings? Because we are ready to give you more and not overwhelm you, and pour into you. But if you want to be somewhere else and whatnot, we can do it differently. But I think people are hungry for it. So let us know.
Yep. So here's a quick just thing of my story. And I'll tell you guys right now, 1, 2, 3, 4. The first 4 people in my story are other network marketers that I have a relationship with. They're not in my company. These are just friends. Oh, here's none of these guys are in my company, guys. I love it. None of them. I just love these are all friends in different companies. Well, she's in LifeVantage. So like you can click, so I'm scrolling through, I'll show you maybe, oh, I love her. So there's her brand new baby. And then if I don't want that picture to go away, I hold my finger down on it and it stays. And then I can read or see whatever they're posting. There's a makeup person and I can click, if you click on the right side of your screen, I can click through really fast. Oh, I don't want, oh, there. Oh, I love these guys. Love them. She probably doesn't want me showing her kids to everybody, but she's just part of my church. She's got a new post. Check out her new post. So I can go through these stories and just see what are these people doing each day. And that's a whole nother thing, but you guys can have fun just messing around with that. I just get familiar with your profile. And I really hope this was helpful to you.
Perfect. Yes. And we did it within 80, or not 80, I'm looking at 43 minutes. We want to keep these short, but helpful and good. My last tip for you guys tonight is while you're updating, you see things, think about or go to your list of people that are friends of yours that are, I hate to use the word prospect, it's just a weird word, but that are prospects of yours, people that you would love to attract into your business, people that you want to do life with, that you want to travel the world with, because it is life. I didn't know Amy before this. And I'm like, oh, let's go just be together all the time. And Amy and I talk every single day and it's such a blessing. So go to their pages, you guys, and go check them out. You might not be seeing them on Facebook because you're not commenting on their stuff. So go and check them out tonight or tomorrow and just write their name in the search and go look for them and start commenting on their posts. Don't just like, you guys, Fraser Brooks, he was on stage. I forget his exact words, but he was basically just, number one, don't just scroll. And then he's like, you wouldn't see a friend and just walk by them and not say hi. So you have to at least give them a like or a love on their post. But really, if you want to communicate in the real human relationship world, go on their post and make a comment. Make a comment, especially if these are people that you want in your business, because if you do that, they're going to see your posts popping up into theirs. Because if you're not, they might not be seeing your posts. So enough, probably. Don't want to be overwhelming.
Yeah, there's a lot. Just stay, guys, just stay laser focused. Don't get too caught up in the crazy. You're, like I said, this is a process and you just have to show up every day and you have to just be intentional.
Yes.
The scroll hole. Don't just get lost and overwhelmed. Just when you show up to Facebook, you want to be real, you want to be authentic, and you just want to love on people. And that's it. So with that said, I think we'll call it a night.
Awesome. Round of applause for Amy. You guys send her some love, send her some hearts. We so appreciate you. We'll be getting more from Amy. And I thank you to Jillian. Jillian actually reached out to me today and said, if you need me for some more trainings, I just finished this amazing book and I can offer things up. So if there's anybody here watching that is a social media star, and you don't have to feel like you're a star, you know what I mean? If you know stuff, right? You know more than the average bear. So please reach out to us and say, how can I help? How can I serve? How can I add value? Because people are going to want to hear from others, because people learn differently from everybody else. And you might say one thing a little bit differently than what Amy said tonight, but it's the same, I mean, in the same kind of way, it's the same thing is what I'm trying to say, but you said it a little differently. And then somebody's like, oh, I get that now. It's just kind of learning with the products and the business and LifeVantage. So please offer up help. We want you on here and we want you to teach us and we want to learn from you. So we love you. We appreciate you. And get ready for NAD. All right. Thank you, Amy.
Bye.
Okay. Bye, everybody. Mwah.